Hey, Mark. Hey, Heather. I need some good ideas, folks. You put a whole lot in there. I'm doing pretty good, Heather. How about you? Yeah, you managed to show a whole lot of my exercising. You done a great job showing my transformation, seriously. Awesome. Mark made a new intro for my weight loss journey, so I look forward to using it tomorrow. Use the same tune, but just put new pictures in it, fresh pictures. Shows more of my work. I look forward to using it. The only problem that I've got is you showing all the vegetables for the healthy food, and I definitely don't eat nothing but veggies. Other than that, everything is perfect. Yeah, I like how it worked out. You showing my just goofing off photos, and it changed with every change of tune. That there was like perfect timing in that. I actually giggled at that. And I thought that was ingenious. Cool. I'll definitely be watching it tomorrow. I'll use that as I'll use that as your link. I'm still yet to see Hen's thing. I've got the link for it now, and I was meaning to watch that and didn't get to it. My mind hasn't completely been here today. It does, doesn't it? When I was just goofing off, I didn't realize how toned I was. That made me feel so good just doing that. And when I saw it for myself, I mean, it's one thing to see the pictures as I took them, but it's another thing putting it together into the short video. And I thought, girl, you're looking so good. It's a true encouragement for me. I'm going to have to get at the dumbbells and my stomach work again, though. I more or less kind of screwed it up today with my eating. It just doesn't pay for me to do pizzas, but I'm going to have to train myself to be fine with pizza because I did have the salad and the yogurt with it. So I really should have been fine. So I'm going to have to train my body to just get over it and be a-okay. Yeah. The sad thing is, though, where I do show pictures of what I'm eating, sometimes there's going to be a hamburger and fries. And so that's the only problem I've got about that. But I'm going to leave it because it's still perfect. It's still perfect. It is showing a difference there. I mean, that was a pile of junk food there. Maybe not necessarily what was in that pile, but just being a pile. And all those donuts, forget it. There's no way. Yeah, every once in a while, But if I try to seriously eat like that, it literally screws me up. I've got to have that good balance. My body has readjusted itself so that it doesn't live for junk food anymore. And, I don't like using the word junk food. Hey, Nikki. I don't like using the word junk food because carbs and junk food has always gotten a bad rap. But I have simply noticed that my body is calling for a well balanced meal. So, where I did have the pizza today, I got hungry again, and I would have exercised my fasting muscle, as Chris from C Dub says it, but I was actually a little lightheaded as well. So I fixed myself a baked potato and a whole big mess of broccoli. Hi, Mom. I do appreciate that he had apologized, but I'm not wanting to discourage him from ever getting on. He is another one of my best, So, hey, D Mac. Yeah, he did. And he's an awesome inspiration even now. I don't watch his videos so much anymore. I pretty well learned all that I needed to. I think he pretty well stopped watching mine because he got tired of me losing and gaining, and having excuses. So, but I'm doing my bestest, even if that's not a word. Still going to use it. Um, I don't know if I'm going to have lost anything tomorrow or if I'm going to have gained. And I would rather just stay where I'm at tomorrow than to gain. So I don't know. Oh, did you? Well, the thing is, we did keep asking him to just hush about it. I didn't want to have to time him out. But you know what? I had to make an example of what I will do if there's any kind of misconduct. And, you know, a troll is one thing, but having my crew on here and just not stopping a topic when I ask, I had to make the example. No, we're just talking about where I had to time out Julian yesterday. And I'm glad that Anthony hadn't showed up yesterday, but if he would have and seen that, he would have known to keep it toned down himself. But anyway, what happened happened and everything is good. Like I told him, we're all good. Well, honestly though, Mark, there's not very many mature 24-year-olds. They still act like they're in their teens a lot. And that's my experience. He's mature enough most of the time. I don't know. I guess he gets all round up trying to poke fun and stuff. He just gets round up. How's little Reagan? Yep, that's what he was doing. Awesome. That's a good way of putting it, Heather. It is. What I have discovered a lot of times, men don't mature until they're like mid 40s. A lot of times. Sometimes they mature a lot sooner. Hey, Ian. Well, on the whole part, I've seen them to just literally mature in their mid 40s. So, mm, I only take the wrenches away if people gives timeouts and deletes unnecessarily. The thing is, Julian is a very good mod. He's an excellent mod, and I don't want to lose any mods. I just do it like I would a child and give timeout in the corner, you know? I do hope that he shows up tonight. But he said that he would do better, so I trust him. I believe him. He is the newest member of the creative crew from last year, but still, he's a part of my crew, and I cherish him. I cherish his friendship and his knowledge, and you haven't. Hmm. Well, sometimes there's people that we like, and sometimes there's people that we don't. No, he's just stating how he personally felt, and that's fine. The one thing for sure, though, Ian is very courteous. He doesn't reflect how he feels in front of Julian, and that's good. You know, the Bible plainly says that jokes profits little, that it does nobody any good. And that's true. I have tried to think of jokes that really isn't harmful in any way, but in every sense, a joke is harmful in some way or another. Yeah, I know. It is. But we'll move on to another subject. I'm needing a little bit of help. I mean, I've already got ideas for Big Mouth, do movie reviews, do park reviews through her eyes. And sorry, that's all fine and dandy as far as it goes for the park, because like I have to do that early in the morning while it's still cool enough. Yeah, that's true too, DMAC. But I'm needing some things for me to do myself. I'm not wanting to bore people with just my journey vlog and the shout outs. I need some ideas. Plus, we're needing some fresh ideas for the chat. We can't do trivia every time. You're a good sport, Julian. Hi, buddy. I'm glad you made it. But it broke my heart if you wouldn't have come on. So, has anybody got any ideas? Truth of the matter is, everybody has their own opinion, but it's the courtesy that counts. Ian has always been courteous, despite of how he felt, and that's what counts. Courtesy goes a long way. Yeah. So anyway, I am needing my creative crew to put their thinking cap on for me. Boy, that's a big bird that just hit the window. Might have been a dove. The longest river in America. I definitely know that the Mississippi is the biggest. Mary! Hi! Someone else gets a shout out tomorrow. I know that the Mississippi is the widest. It's wider than the Ohio. I'm not quite sure if it's the longest, but it probably is. Honestly, myself, I'm not sure. Watch it, Catherine. And there's birds that's hanging up on the eaves up there, and she's keeping an eye on them. She gets so excited over the birds. I do think she would attack one if it got in her reach. She's getting overexcited over there. Wow, 2,000 miles. That's incredible. Yeah, that's a very big river. Now, the Ohio River is broad, and the Mississippi is even broader. Now, I never really knew its length. Yes, we're moving on. We're moving on. I need you to put your thinking cap on. Boy, that's short compared to the Mississippi. Anyway, I need you to put your thinking cap on, Julian. I need you to help the rest. I need some fresh ideas for some videos aside from the chat, and we need some fresh ideas for the chat itself because we can't just do trivia all the time. And I think I overdone the welcome on my mystery stories, so I'm going to give that a break. I'm thinking about kind of doing like an ad. I have got some caps. Both of you could come up with it. I need a few ideas for some videos so people's not bored just with my journey and the shout outs. So I need some ideas for the videos, and we need to spice up the chat a little more. But like I was saying, I'm thinking about doing kind of like an ad because I have got some caps. I don't have any specific hobbies other than like painting, and that's periodical. Um, I really don't have any real hobbies. Not really. Pretty well YouTube's become a hobby, you know? Well, products is all fine and good. I've been kind of thinking about like reviewing more makeup. I'm needing to get more on, it's a very huge hobby. I'm needing to get more videos on Bouncy, but it's Catherine that gives me more action. I mean, I could get Bouncy playing around, but that would get boring. A smoothie challenge. But seeing that I do OMAD, where would I do any food reviews? Me and hubby didn't even get to do the MRE. I mean, he was too exhausted to do the MRE. It just didn't even work out. But I've got caps that I painted Jesus on. I painted the name Jesus on the caps and a cross. Yeah, but they keep adding them on the compilations. And I have got every one of Catherine's in her own category. Terry! During mealtime, I was wanting to do a protein shake, and they don't have my brand. I can't stand the whey protein shakes. They taste so nasty. I prefer it to be the soy protein shakes, and they didn't have soy protein shakes. I'm not really wanting to go to a health food store. Those places are expensive. But anyway, I paint caps, and I've sewed one cap to Mom, and I made it to her order, what color she wanted, and anything she wanted added to it. And I had made a special cap for Sightseeing Sally. It reads Sightseeing Sally on the front of it. So I paint caps, and I even customize them according to what anybody would want, but I've only had 2 takers. So I'm kind of thinking about doing a short ad on the caps and then kind of like advertise it and see if I could get sales on it along with doing videos on the caps. But that would just be one video doing an ad. I've got photos of a couple of them. Yeah, but it would really be good if I could sell them. The ones that I painted to try to sell, and I didn't get any sales, so now I just wear them. I wear them when I go walking. I don't know if any of you have ever noticed, but I had worn some of them in my walking videos. Yes. Nobody took interest, but yet every one of my friends on Facebook are Christians. I would have thought that they would have took hold on that. I mean, I'm willing to pay for the shipping and handling, you know. I charge, I think, like $6 over how much I pay for them for the plain cap, for the blank caps. And that's to cover the cost of the paints that I use up. Paints is $5 a tube. Awesome. Oh, do you? Well, that'd be all fine and dandy, but everybody's doing haul videos. Everybody. So more than likely mine wouldn't be all that well of a hit. People gets enough of it. Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree. You can get makeup from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I could get the Dollar Tree version of the foundation and stuff and compare it to CoverGirl because CoverGirl is my brand. I like doing CoverGirl. Kids makeup. That's a really good one, Julian. Anymore though, I remember when I was a child and I would get the little makeup boxes for kids, and there would be a little bit of powder and a little bit of a red lipstick. I only charge $15 a cap though, Terry, and I would pay for shipping and handling. Yeah, but they're all plastic. There's no makeup in them now. I mean, it was make believe makeup then. It wasn't real makeup then, but at least there was something that a girl could put on their face. Now it's all plastic. There is no color. It's just every bit of it's plastic. He won't do that. They are. They really are. That'd be interesting. I am thinking about doing my face like a clown and doing a big mouth video with the face as a clown. Hubby really doesn't want to do anything other than an MRE. He, I still don't know how in the world he got in front of the camera to do that jalapeno. Might be scary. Hi, Luke. 'Cause shoot, people already runs and I lose some and I get a thumbs down with Big Mouth, but the thing is people loves her more than they hate her, so it's worth it. I honestly don't know how hubby done that, because any other video, he wants me to keep the camera below his face. Terry, honey, me and hubby was talking about when we would make it down to the Houston area. And there were so many things he was talking about that I could do videos on. And all I kept thinking was, man, if I could get Terry to join me in all these different videos he's speaking of. Oh, shoot. It would be a major fail. Have you ever gone to the Holocaust Museum? I'm wanting to go to that really bad. But hubby said it's in downtown Houston. He said that me and him would take a cab if we go to that one. Well, see, that's just it. Mine, he'll talk, but he doesn't want me to do any filming on him. Hey, Joy. There's our sweet woman. He also spoke about us going to the SS Houston. I guess that's the name of the ship or something like that. Anyway, he had tons of ideas for us to get down there. I don't care for them either. I really don't, Terry. And like I said, hubby said that we would take a taxi if we go downtown. So, yeah, I could do that. I definitely could. Yep, the battleship. It's easy to binge watch, Terry, isn't it? Are they? Boy, if they would move it before we could get down Houston, that'd be a shame. Well, see, we don't watch TV and the news, so I don't know if hubby even heard about that or not. I know I didn't. Yeah, that would have made a pretty good video for you if you would have done some of London. Cool. But yeah, there are tons of places that we could do collabs with. Tons of places, Terry. I had my mind just rolling with ideas. But I would have to make it fair to hubby because we'd also be going for our anniversary. I don't even know if it's going to be any this year, but I would have to make sure that it would work out right for you and for me and hubby to have some time for our anniversary as well. We're going to be celebrating our 3rd-year anniversary October 15th. Well, the thing is, there's never anything to watch anymore. We had purposefully stopped watching TV because there wasn't anything on TV anymore, Julian. Thank you. We get enough news on YouTube with everybody giving their commentary. That's enough. Besides, everybody else shares what they know, so we get the loop. I'll definitely tell hubby, though, that they're moving the SS Houston. He had talked about us going to a specific beach, but it was at Galveston. I don't know where the heck he was talking about. Yeah, yeah, that's true. And that's how I am, Joy. Anything that I learn, I get it from YouTube. And that's might not be a good thing, but 30 Celsius and Fahrenheit. Do you know the answer, or are you wanting somebody to share that with you? Yeah, you can. That might have been what hubby had talked about. Ah, yeah, the countryside is nice. Where I lived in Kentucky, it was all mountain and a very quiet area where I lived. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, where do you live, Mary? All the other restrooms, and it's hard to get him to watch anything else. So I go in another room and watch TV on YouTube and see what I like. There you go, Joy. That's what me and my husband does. Oh, okay. There, we've got a whole lot of Californians. Dylan's in California. Mary's in California. We got a lot of Texans too. I found out, Terry, that Carol lives in the panhandle of Texas. I figured out he wasn't in the States because he said he's a full time worker for his mom, and nobody says mum here in the United States. So I knew he was in another country. Bonanza is a good show. I like Bonanza. Yeah, that is cool, isn't it? She was talking about how nice it would be if, like, her and I and you could just go to a park and sit around, Terry. And I asked her, well, where do you live? Because I told her that you and I is close to about 3 hours from each other. And she said that she lives in Texas too, that she's in the panhandle. So that's pretty cool. Well, that's good because I would like to know how many subscribers you've got, woman. Oh my gosh, seriously? That would be. And you know, you and I, we've got our own little things that we've got to deal with, but I feel sorry for Carol. Yes, she is. Before she knows it, she's going to pass me right up. Dang, woman. Pass some of your viewers over my way. And I'm not talking about the bad ones either. Pass all your good friends over my way. Actually, you did, didn't you? That's how it is for me. And it's something like I keep getting new subscribers and it keeps reading 426. And I think, well, I must be losing them as I'm gaining them. So I know that is so awesome. Rewind. No, I'm joking, you Joy. I've got a greater privilege of promoting people. Through me promoting people, I know that I will get out there as well. You don't have to worry about that. He is. He is a sweetheart, and so's DMAC. I love our newcomers. I love them. They're awesome ads. You'll get there in no time. Oh, I see. Wow. I hate to hear that. Yeah, but at the rate that you're going to see that in no time. I looked how many hours you already had, or at least your view, and you're close to as many views as I've got. And I've got over 700 videos. And when this processes, I will have 734 videos out. I've been a busy woman. Yeah, he went up one. 15 hours. Oh, wow. Yep. In my desperation to gain subscribers, I have downloaded that many. And over 300 of them is my journey, my weight loss journey. Over 300 of them. I've got like around 380 something. Yeah, because I'm running between poll and update. And I'm sure that people's getting tired of seeing that, Ian. But I keep staggering it. Well, thank you. Mark made a new intro for my weight loss video, and I'm going to be using it tomorrow. I look forward to it. Oh, thanks, Joy. I can be a pretty hateful woman when I need to be, though. I can be a sourpuss. The only way to do it, Terry. You just, if you fight against the flow, you'll get lost. Well, ask my kids. They'll tell you. You're doing some hard swimming, aren't you? I feel like that all the time, though, Joy. I constantly feel like I'm trying to go uphill in a downhill flow. Yeah, Mom's here in the chat. Ask her. Ask Julian. I timed him out yesterday. Just the same as I love those tips that she's given. I know it hurt, buddy. And I didn't want to do it, but at least everybody knows that I will if I have to. Yeah, me too. I had recently done some unsubscribing, and there was a whole mess of people that had already given up on their channel. He's listening. Yeah, me too. And like it kind of makes me feel bad when people subscribes to me and I don't subscribe back. But if I'm not interested in their material, it's useless for me to subscribe because they need the views more than they need the subscriptions, you know? No, and that makes it hard. 2020 vision. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's a good one. But yeah, I feel horrible for not subscribing to somebody after they subscribe to me. And I'm having to learn to just not do it if I'm not interested in the channel, because I have done a lot of YouTubers injustice for not watching their videos. I rather them rightfully use I rather them rightfully earn the subscribers who's going to be faithful to view their videos. Oh, he's smart. That's right. And that's the same way I feel, Terry. For the subs that I lose, one, I know God blesses me with two more for every one I lose. And two, the ones that goes are the ones that doesn't belong here. And that's the way I look at it. And the thumbs down, I'm learning to accept the thumbs down as well because, like I explained to hubby, it's helping my algorithm. So, oh, thank you, DMAC. Work or work or work. Yeah, because think about it. 1,000 subs, it's hard enough to reach 1,000 subs, but it's even harder to reach 4,000 watch hours. So I rather bless somebody with a subscription and views than give them a subscription and no views. It's just it it's useless like that. Is it buffering anybody else or is it just doing it for Mary? Oh, back up here and make sure to read. I missed some. Who does it get what? You're talking about why Trump doesn't wear the glasses? Yeah, come on and go visit Mary's channel. You might enjoy her. Sensible Well-Being, which I'm going to be leaving a link for her tomorrow. She gets a shout out tomorrow. Well, the thing is, they're just kind of like sitting ducks. Absolutely, Terry. No. Well, not only that, but you look at it like this. They've got to see something in your video to give you a thumbs down. And that's the reason why I don't think anything about it. It used to really bother me when I got my first thumbs down, I was really bummed out. But now, I mean, I don't want them. Well, that's what I'm saying, Joy, that if you're going to watch a video or if you're going to continue watching videos on a certain channel, then subscribe. But if you're not going to watch the videos, don't subscribe, you know? I mean, make it fair, keep it balanced. How many's got buffering? Okay, Nikki. We're worth subbing. Uh, yeah. Okay, Terry. Yeah, they do. Yeah. They don't bother me though. Not anymore. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that, Luke. I don't either. Oh, yeah. That's a real good way of looking at it. I mean, seriously, people are used. They're pawns. And they fall right into it. Sensible well-being. That's who Mary is. Mary is sensible well-being. I'm missing something here. Oh, okay. Never really had a troll. They do not mess with me. Only one time, and it was over another channel. I don't get trolled comments, and I've only had trolls a few times in my chat. It's still buffering on you. Mark's got it good. Yeah, and I believe that too. Just a little bit buffering. Everything's cool, Ian. Let's move on, buddy. They quickly switched to another username. See, you can have multiple emails, and through the multiple emails, you can have several names. And so you just got to keep working on them. Okay. Oh, I really hate that, Mary. I understand. No, I don't want you leaving, Julian, and nobody's tense around you, buddy. Oh, yeah. Mary is another sweetheart, just like you and Terry. She is another sweetheart. I love watching her. Yeah, I don't want anybody leaving unless you absolutely have to. I don't want you leaving because you feel like you're not wanted, because that's not true. Uh, Nikki just had to step out. As far as I know, Mark is still in here. And why not, Terry? I can't help it if you're a crybaby like me. Oh, yeah, you'll be binge watching. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, DMAC, thank you. There are diamonds in this chat. Everybody here are so special to me. Everyone. Yeah, we love you very much, Julian. Speak. Do not hold your peace. We want to know that you're still here, buddy. We want your company. You're important to me. I want you here. Okay, Mary. Somebody go grab Mark by the collar and yank him back in. He is popular, just like the rest of my gang. Everybody's popular here. Well, either he's just listening, hoping that people keeps begging him, or he seriously left the group. I hope that it's the former. So, some makeup reviews from the Dollar Tree. I do have to go to the Dollar Tree soon because I'm out of cotton balls, which means I can't do my nails anymore. They are all awesome, Joy. I love seeing my crew comment on everybody else's videos. That is wonderful. Yeah, I do too. But yeah, I've got to go get me some cotton balls, so I might pick up some foundation and do a comparison of foundation between CoverGirl. You, thank you for coming in, bud. Yeah, but $1 a piece, I mean, can't go wrong there. I do a half and half. CoverGirl on one half of my face and the Dollar Tree foundation on the other half. That'd be good. That would be cool. So that's a good idea. Comparing Dollar Tree makeup to CoverGirl makeup and Maybelline and L'Oreal. I like the L'Oreal mascara. When I cry, it doesn't burn my eyes. But right now I'm using the Almay and it does decent when I cry. So it doesn't hurt my eyes either. You do not, Julian. You don't get jumped on every time, buddy. Speak up. I need your input too. You're part of my creative crew. Continue helping me think, pal. Ian. Dude, I'll give you a timeout too. We all be nice and love each other in this chat. Seriously. We don't need any drama from anybody. I love L'Oreal. I mean, like I said, I prefer the L'Oreal mascara because it doesn't make my eyes burn when I cry. Absolutely. That is one part of being in the chat, to talk, not just listen. And it's same thing for you, Mom. I want you to speak. But yeah, I'll do that. The comparison of the Dollar Tree makeup to the CoverGirl. I've got LA Colors for my eyes. There's really no comparison with LA Colors, though. It's really a weak brand. I think I do have some very excellent eye color, though, that I can compare. Oh, I believe you. I believe you. I'm not doing comparison with mascara. Ain't no way. I like Wet and Wild. I love I love their fingernail polish, the Wet n Wild nail polish. Absolutely, yes, yes. So, okay, we've got some new ideas, some fresh ideas for me to do some videos, makeup comparisons, me do the caps, and hopefully make some sales on them. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And try to get some more bouncy. I could video her just laying there on the floor sleeping, which I've done with Catherine. But she's got a cuter belly, Catherine does. So now let's think of some great ideas to spice up the chat. Trivia's gotten a little old, and my mystery stories have gotten a little old. I still have to remember to do the painting Fridays, but we need some other fresh ideas for the chat. Pictionary, Hangman. Well, we tried the Pictionary, and I felt like a dork drawn, so. But Hangman, how would we do tic-tac-toe? Wow. Yeah, we definitely have to remember that anybody that's over in the European side is really late. I could go back to doing the coloring pages, but I do not want to get back into coloring again. I've got, yeah, seriously. I have got tons of colors to work with. And we love you, Julian. You're special to me, buddy. You are. But yeah, I've got tons of coloring pens. I've got frost, sparkles, neons, pastels. But I am just so done with coloring. Catherine was asleep on the windowsill, and she got so limp that she fell off the windowsill. Creative crew for life. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love and need every one of my creative crew. And I love and need every one of my mods. Now, for me, it's the opposite. I feel best if I go to bed between 9:30 to 10:30, and then I do pretty good getting up about 7:30. That's true, Ian. Ian, buddy, help me think. We need some liveliness in the chat. We need to spice it up. We need to think of things that's going to draw more people in so that I can promote more people. That's the reason why that I do these streams every night. It's not just to help me gain the hours, but it is so that I have new people come in to promote. That would be funny if they did, Terry. Seriously. Oh, wow. Rough. Very rough. Now, I don't feel up to par if I'm up like at 4 or 5, but after I get past 6:30, I'm better, especially if I got to bed at an early enough time. She does look good. I'll tell you a real shocker. I'm going to be 48 this December. No, he isn't. I agree with him. Mitch. Oh, that is great to hear, Mitchell. So they're finally back together, right? Yeah, I don't want nobody bashing anybody. Nobody. I mean, pretty well, we can safely say basically all of us in this chat are Christians and we need to behave as Christians. That means loving each other. Oh, Terry. You too, Mitchell. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just making sure that I didn't miss anything there. There we go. Come on here. Go down. There. There. Yes, we are. We just don't want to talk about it anymore, Ian. That's all. We're not at your throat, buddy. Oh, do you, Terry? I agree, Mark. Enough for everybody. Anybody that's still on this particular subject, enough. Enough has been said. It's done. It's over. It's complete. No, it's okay, Julian. Serious. I mean, for everybody, it's okay. I'm just wanting us to think of ideas for this chat to draw more people in. And I know one thing for certain, ain't nobody gonna want to come in if we're all getting at each other's throats. We want to be an example to others who comes in so that they'll come in and stay. That's true, Terry. That is true. So everything is cool. Everything is cool, Ian. Everything is cool, Julian. Everything is cool. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Okay. That's fair enough, Ian. No, she's still here as far as I know. I didn't see her say goodbye. Good. My main man. He's the one with the biggest thinking cap. You're confused. About what, Terry? Oh, okay. This is terrific. I look forward to promoting Mary again. I mean, I know she's already over 1,000 subscribers, but still, I look forward to promoting her again. This is awesome. Yeah, sometimes I have to do that. And it's, that I read everything that's written and I find I missed something, so I have to scroll again. Okay. You woke him up, Terry. You shushed too loud. She's awesome, isn't she? She's got that nice, quiet little voice, that gentleness to her. It is so easy to watch her. She's a very good sweetheart, very good sweetheart, and an awesome friend. I'm somewhat with tea. It's not exactly my fave. But I tell you what, hubby keeps iced tea in the fridge, and um, after I've had a good long walk, I like to fill up the cup with the iced tea and just guzzle it down, cool my insides out. I take my times that I'll drink a lot of soda and then I go right back to water. And on the whole part, I drink more water than I do soda. Matter of fact, I drink more water than anything else. I have considered doing riddles. Yeah, that came out pretty good. Oh, shit. Honestly, people don't like hearing people smack their lips. Seriously. uh, you're afraid to drink water? Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have the guts to do a mukbang. I wouldn't. Mom always taught me to chew with my mouth closed, so I wouldn't be able to do a mukbang very well. But I had considered doing, I think Mary called it a banchan, where you have little bites. Mm, that's funny, Joy. Oh, I can do accents. I can do accents. That would be interesting. The only thing is, I'd be the only one that's doing the accent. But I can do accents. How has the temperatures been in South Carolina, Joy? Ah, he got his tea. Did you remember to bring Terry's tea with the honey? Terry said that she wanted you to make sure to put honey in her tea. Man, I like wearing these headbands, but they start to give me a headache. No, I can't wear them long. But I put the headband in because my hair wasn't behaving. I blow dried it. I blow dried it this morning. Got it looking nice, and I don't know. It must have been too windy outside or something. Can any of yous attempt a foreign language like I mean have an accent, not necessarily the words, but an accent like Irish or English or yeah, sign language. Do you speak that sign language in Southern or Northern? Hubby tried to look up to see where the sign language originated from because he thought that it originated from the Native Americans from a certain tribe, but he found that it originated from something else. For me, it was always fun. When I would fold clothes, my kids, my girls, because we didn't have our son yet, my girls would get me to talk either British or Irish to them so that they're staying in their own lanes. They're not speaking to one another, they're staying in their own lanes. Cool. Um, but anyway, most generally my accent would sound a little bit more Irish, but they loved it. The kids loved it. It's keeping them from fighting. It's keeping them from arguing. And I'm fine with that. Who knows? You might be. Yeah. I mean, hey, we don't need any arguments in the chat. So, if they prefer to just talk to us and not to each other, that's fine. That's fine. Um, I can also somewhat do a Japan accent. I don't know any Japanese. I just can kind of. I'm only able to do it with my kids, though. Yeah, it kept cutting off on him, kept going offline, and then finally he had to go on ahead and end it. He was waiting for a friend to come and get him. I tell you what, though, any slang that might have been in Texas is really going away. Hubby was born in Texas and has lived in Texas the majority of his life, but he doesn't even have a Texas accent. Yes, you could talk to me. You can talk to everybody in the chat, Julian. Ian just said that you two don't talk to each other. So you can talk to all of us, too. Yeah, we need to hear DMAC. What's that? What's your favorite film, DMAC? Now, I cannot mimic New York. I cannot. I am still wanting to see Giant because it was the last movie James Dean was in. Isn't that a shame about James Dean? I mean, he was an awesome actor. He would have went a long ways in movies, and it is such a shame that he only made 3. I love Rebel Without a Cause, and I can't think of the other one, but I haven't watched Giant yet, and I want to so much. No, I haven't. I know, and it's such a shame. East of Eden, yes. I love that one too. I love both of them, Rebel Without a Cause and East of Eden. Matter of fact, I think East of Eden is. Oh, that's on SpongeBob. She's a squirrel. He was handsome and so very talented. He had heart and soul, and he poured it out in his movies. Yeah, in her day. When she got older, not so much, but when she was young, oh my goodness, those blue eyes. Yeah, that would be a reason. Yeah, in his time, Paul Newman was handsome. There was a lot of beautiful actors back in their younger days. Look at John Rain. He didn't look too bad in his younger days. He didn't look drastic in his older days either, but he looked pretty good in his younger days. I know, they were so, so lovely. Do you know that she had curvature of the spine and it hurt her all the time? I mean, you would have never known that she had curvature, but she did. She had slight curvature and she had back pain constantly. Oh, does he? Yeah, take me too. You got to pick me up too, D-Mac. Me and Terry can do a collab on the museum. Oh, did you? Gina Davis is beautiful in her own way and a very good actress. That would be, wouldn't it? Lots of things to do videos on and no way to get around to do them. I don't like Jack Nicholson. I can't stand him. I cannot stand Jack Nicholson. I'm sorry, girls. She was good with that. She done very good in that. In a league of their own. My goodness, she done so good with that. Girl, you and me both. That would be something. That would be absolutely something. I don't know how my husband would feel about that, but my goodness. The one thing that I want so much to say is there anybody here in my neck of the woods that would go with me and do videos? But the thing is, I'm asking for trouble if I ask, because there would be some people coming out of the woodwork that I don't want to ever be with, you know? So I don't broadcast it. But I need a partner to go out and do videos. No, I never even heard of that one. You need a never mind. Yeah, I could see that, but we wouldn't be robbing stores and banks, and we sure won't be flying off a cliff. It did. Oh my gosh, and I cry every time. Every time. Me knowing what's coming up, and I cry every time. Yeah. Actually, Nikki might know. The one thing about a true husband and wife, there really isn't any secrets. If there's secrets, there's something wrong. See, I knew everything was good. Yeah, I know you don't. I was talking about my hubby. But I tell you what, he is an awesome support for me doing YouTube. He is such a support. And I greatly appreciate him for that. I really do. Don't say that, Terry. They did. You're blessed too, Terry. You watch and see. You're going to end up with a very supportive man in your life. You will. You will. Sister Act. Quite frankly, that's the only movie that I think Ruby done a good job in. The only movie. Hey, I'm believing it for you. I watched your video. I'm believing it for you. No, I'm with you there, Mark. Oh, Terry, our special crybaby. I thought I was wimpy. Oh my. I held strong for a little while and then I break down like a faucet. Yeah. Yeah, and we'll not even open that up. That's another can of worms I want to keep sealed. She is definitely the worst. Most certainly. Oh my gosh. Let's definitely not talk about her. Gosh. I never got into it myself personally, but when I hear what they have to say through clips that's put on YouTube, I want to go up on that stage and slap every one of them, seriously. Clean those eyes, girl. can't ever get a chance to hear Meghan McCain because of Whoopi and Joy yelling up the sky. Can't hear nothing from the rest of them. I know, but you know what? That's kind of like the Godfrey show, the Five, and they have got Ron in there or whatever his name is. He doesn't need to be in there no more than Meghan McCain needs to be in The View. No, that's for sure. Absolutely. Yes, Ron Williams, thank you. He's an idiot. He is an absolute idiot. But boy, I love Godfrey. I love him. He makes me laugh. Yeah, if I'm gonna watch any commentary group like that, I'd rather watch the Five. Yeah, Goodfield, thank you. I would rather watch Five anytime. Hello, Don. You got that right, Joy. How are you doing today, Don? I don't watch Jimmy Fallon. I never got into those nighttime talk hosts. Ah, how is your aunt? For anybody who doesn't know, his aunt was very sick and he didn't know if she was going to be making it or not. Oh, I believe you, Mark. I don't think you are. We can like somebody and not lust. Praise God. Just the same as a matter of time, huh? And Dawn said she's ready to go. She's ready to go. So my prayer for her is if she's really sick, then for her to quickly go. If everybody is ready to let her go, then for her to quickly go. I'd rather see somebody go on ahead and go home than to suffer any longer on this earth, seriously. As much as it hurts, I'd rather see them no longer hurt. I'm sure they're still listening, though. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. My ex-mother-in-law from my ex-husband, she had developed cancer. Me too. Well, I've got a lot of family here, but my family on my dad's side's dying out. Yeah, but my mother-in-law, I was with her the day that she took her last breath. We lived close to his mother. Our houses were so close that we could throw something from the corner of our porch and hit the corner of their house. We was that close. My ex-husband locked himself up in his room. He couldn't be there to watch his mother die. So I ran over there with the rest of the family and I sat with Ma. She was shallow breathing and they took the blood pressure and said that she was just the same as dead. And nobody wanted to hear that. My one sister-in-law said, test the cuff on me. So the nurse did. And sure enough, the cuff worked. And that's when she had to realize her mother was just the same as gone. And it was about 3:30 in the morning, so I went back to the house, took a small nap, and I came back. And Ma took her very last shallow breath at 5 after 6 in the morning. And I stayed there until the ambulance came, put her on the gurney, covered her up with the blanket, and took her away. It was hard seeing my mother-in-law like that. This was back in the year 2000. That's true, D-Mac. That is so true. Same thing, Joy. Me and Mom is in agreement. When it's time for us to go, we just want to go to sleep. If we don't go when Jesus blows his trumpet, we just want to go to sleep and go. Thank you, Terry. Thank you. I know I don't want to be in pain. I don't want to suffer. And I've even made it known that if I would happen to be dying, I want the plugs pulled on me. I don't want any papers signed to resuscitate me or anything. I just want to go. I'm most certainly not afraid of death, that's for sure. And the only thing that kind of bothers me about death is if I would be in pain. And that's something I don't want. Same to you, D-Mac. Good night. Yep. And it's going to be a great reunion, too. Well, then, that's a good thing for you, Joy, that you don't have any snacks. So you better go find something. Go get something in your belly, gee. We don't want you having to go out and find a billy goat and kill it. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's really hard to see her like that too, isn't it, Dawn? That would be so rough. That would be so rough. Yeah, you do. All right, Mark. Give that young man a kiss on the forehead for me. Well, so, like, we Mark had some really good ideas for the chat, and I'm going to have to go over those ideas again and study up on those. I do know that Christian ears is always a good thing. Good night, Ian. I love you, pal. You have a good night, buddy. You'll go eventually. Hey, you can hang on. That's fine. As long as you can stay awake. You're about like me. I try to say goodbye and I'm still watching everybody in the chat. Yeah, I didn't think you left, Julian. I love you too, Joy. It should help some, but you need to get something in your belly. Put down some protein and that way you'll be fine. Oh, bless your heart, Julian. I don't like it when anybody gets at each other like that. I really don't. That's not good. So, yeah, I will definitely go back through the chat. I will find the different ideas for our chats because I do want to bring more company in. It's wonderful me being able to promote all of yous, but I need some new people to promote too. Yeah, I can imagine. But Julian, you know what? Yeah, maybe Ian does feel the way that he does about you, but buddy, remember, you was here before him, and you are very much a part of my crew, and I don't want to lose you, and I don't want to lose Ian. I don't want you to ever feel unwelcomed because of Ian. And I don't want Ian to feel uncomfortable because of you. Yeah. I reckon at one time there was a way, but hubby said that they had just announced today that they're doing away with the messages. And I told him, I said, I never knew that there was messaging on YouTube. So if they're doing away with it, there's no use in checking into it. I reckon they tried to be a social platform like Facebook and all that, and they just didn't do so well. Hello again, Heather. Didn't know that you left, but I should have known you'd been silent. Yeah, I've got 2 Facebook pages, but only one is actually my active one. What do you go by on Facebook? On your most active one? I don't know, Julian. I really don't. Ah, so is Terry Moore your more active one, the one that's not so private? I mean, I could share my email, but I like doing Facebook Messenger just as much. I'm actually more active on the Facebook Messenger than I am on email. I wouldn't have ever bothered with Facebook, but my kids use Facebook, and so I kind of use that to keep up with my kids. Well, I'll look you up and I'll befriend you, Terry. Mine's Amy Johnston, and my nickname is Pocahontas. The one that I'm most active on my profile picture, I've got a scripture in my profile pic, and I've got my nickname below my name. Well, I've always been a very slow person, and so mom nicknamed me Pocahontas. Gotcha. I don't have my regular phone in here, so I'll have to do that after the chat. I like being called Pocahontas. Mom has called me Pocahontas and Pokey, but that's I'm a slow person by nature. What do you go by? I'd love to look you up. What do you go by, Heather? Good night, Mom. Your nickname, Crybaby? Heather Cole. Have you got any other descriptions for you in case there's tons of Heather Coles? Because I tell you what, it gets difficult looking for one person when there's so many of the same name. I love you, Mom. Yeah, I'm on the OMAD revival, but I've never befriended you personally, so I'll get you too. Oh, okay. KG on the end. That's me. I get on YouTube rather periodically just to see what my brother and my daughters are into and to see what my church family from Kentucky is into. But the cool thing is, if we befriend each other on Facebook, then we can use the messenger chat. That's what me and Mark has done. We hooked up on Facebook, so we used the messenger, and that's how he's sending me the intros. I love you too, Julian. You have a good night. And that'd be all right. Well, unfortunately, not everybody's doing OMAD. I know Mark has said that he might would try that, but he would want to transition into it slowly. And honestly, that's what I suggest because it's not very good to jump right into OMAD. It's rough, especially when you've had a habit of eating so many meals in a day. I don't know if he's going to manage to get into OMAD or not. So that gives me a few more friends to add. That'd be cool. Oh, cool. All right, Terry. Yeah, I'll go through that chat and I'll be looking. I'll be looking at the different ideas and putting some considerations in. Seems like we keep pulling right back to questionnaires. Now I'll be looking up some decent riddles. I've been considering about doing riddles. I'll be looking up some decent riddles though. I think I'm going to do a little bit of searching. I do want these chats to be interesting so that people will want to come in. That's for sure. So it looks like it's just you and I, Dawn. I believe everybody has left. Yeah, I believe everybody seriously has left. So I'm going to go on ahead and close this out, Dawn. And you have a great night, okay? Appreciate you stopping in. And I'll be sure and look you up. And that way we can befriend each other. Yeah. Well, I had read that the only thing that's accepted is talk of losing weight nomad, nothing personal. So, and I definitely can appreciate that. Definitely. So, but anyway, I'm going to go on ahead and say good night. So, you have a great night, Dawn. And anybody who's still in here that I'm not aware of, good night. I love every one of you, and tomorrow night. Have a great night.